Sweet love, yeah.
Hi, I'm back with another book recommendation. So this time it is called The Siren. So it's about this young lady and her family. They went on a trip on a boat, on a cruise in like 1960 something, you know, the old days. So anyways, the cruise was going well until like a stormy weather, as it usually does. It starts storming, the boat crashed, and as it crashed, it went into like the sea. And as it went to the sea, everybody started drowning. So she started calling out for help, and the ocean answered. When the ocean answered, it was three young Siren that swam up to her, and they were like, hey, the ocean heard your cry for help, so we are here to help you. And she was like, thank you. And she was like, what about my mother? They were like, well, she's already gone, so we can't really do nothing about it. And then they was like, well, for us to save you, you have to agree to this contract. She was like, what contract is that? And they were like, well, the ocean require you to service her. She was like, what does that mean? They went into detail. I'm not going to tell the detail because you can read the book and get the detail yourself. So they went into detail. She agreed. As she agreed, they were able to get her like a supernatural life where she was able to breathe under the water, and she survived, and she had forever youth. You know, the whole fairy tale siren stuff that they say. So pass on, she was able to be saved as she was able to be saved. So times go on. She was the only one that was left from her family member, because her mother and her stepfather died in the cruise crash, right? So later on, like 6 months later on, the ocean called her, and when it called her, she and the three ladies that saved her stayed in the same house. They stayed in the same house because I guess with sirens, you cannot speak. So one of the things that she was supposed to like do as part of a siren was not to speak to any other human being. She could talk to her siren sisters, but anybody else, she would drive them mad and crazy, and they would walk directly into the ocean, which is amazing. So the three ladies plus her were able to be like in the house, like a sorority, you know, the Alpha Kappa sisterhood, whatever. That's what it was. They had like just the four of them. They travel together, they eat together, they sleep together, they, you know, do everything together because nobody else knew their secret except for them. So, and you know, life went on. So the sea called her. She went and did what she had to do for the sea. And the sea, every time they would have an issue with her doing her job. I'm not gonna say her job because you have to read it yourself, because I don't want to give all the books away. But every time the ocean called, it would be needing some kind of service from her. She would answer the call. Or if she's not feeling good, the ocean can read her mind, because you know she is part of the ocean now, because that's part of her contract. But you know, life went on. She just kept with the sisters, and she wasn't supposed to, like, I guess, fall in love, as usually, as it goes on with the books and the stories, they usually fall in love. And when you fall in love, that's when problems happen. So she met this, she was in, like, you know, she was in school, because there's nothing else to do. When you have forever youth, you know, you have all kind of resource and knowledge. So she loved reading books. So she went on and she was reading a book under a tree, and she, you know, normal people, she dressed in the 1960 kind of way, so people don't really pay attention to her. They're like, oh, she's the weird kind of girl, so nobody really pay attention to her. Except one day, this guy happened to just see her, and he just went in, talked to her, introduced himself. Even though she did not respond to him, he still kept talking. And in her mind, she's like, wow, this guy is amazing. And like, it's like he could understand what she was saying without her saying a word. So she caught feeling, because he was in college. And you know, she was like, she tried to like avoid him, but as fate would have it, they kept meeting up with each other. So eventually they exchanged phone numbers, and then she went to his dorm and baked a cake, and it was like really nice. And then they touched hands and they caught feelings, and then that feeling, you know, led to her like getting some kind of like normalcy, because she didn't have that before. She was kind of feeling like she was just doing the same thing over and over. So that happened, and then the ocean called her again. And then she couldn't talk. So when the ocean called her, she did what she had to do. When she went and do her job for the ocean, it really took a hold on her what she had to do for the ocean. You have to find out. You have to read the book to find out what she had to do, right? So as she came back from doing her job for the ocean, she went to him to kind of feel some kind of like, I guess, normalcy, or some kind of like, you know, to help her regain her heart or mind, whatever. So one day, he just happened to, you know, they were in the moment, he just happened to kiss her. And she said one word, and out of that one word, he took off and was walking directly to the ocean. He went in the ocean. No matter how much she pulled him, tried to drag him, it was like he was just dead forth to like straight down the ocean. Nothing could stop him. Even her abnormal and unhuman strength couldn't stop him. So he went deep in the ocean, and the ocean was just taking him. And so she went in the ocean. She started crying out. She's like, Mother Ocean, please don't take my love. Don't take my love. And the ocean was like, well, did you speak? You must have spoke. That's why he's the way he is. And she was like, please, Mother Ocean, just let him go, let him live. I don't want to, you know. And she's like, let him live. Whatever you want me to do, I will do it. She begged and she cried, she begged, and the ocean was like, no, you spoke. And that was one of the things that you wasn't supposed to do, was to speak to, I guess, to humans, because you know the deal. And so she's like, I will do anything, just save him, just save him. I don't want him to go. I don't want him to go. So she agreed to save him based on a condition. Read the book and you will find out what the condition is. And it was so sad. It broke my heart. And so the ocean let him go, and she swam him, like the lady, she swam him to the surface and was able to put him in a safe area until he regained conscious. And so she swam back into the ocean, and the ocean had to put her in a place and punish her because she disobeyed the contract. It's a good book. When I tell you, I be reading stuff like this. I don't be like weird stuff. I got this book from like a bag from Goodwill. When I say I buy like a big bag of books for like $1.97, and you have like 10-15 books. So I just randomly like pick a book. It really don't matter, but this book is excellent. I'm not gonna give the ending, because why would I give the ending? That means you're not gonna read the book. So yeah, the Siren, and there it is. It's let's see, it is it is 327 pages, so it's not a bad read. If you want to, you can read this like I did in like one day, one setting, because it was so good. I wanted to find out what, you know, the next after next. So by the way, he was in college, but he is like a fisherman also. His family is a fisherman from like Connecticut or Providence or something like that. So they automatically was near the sea, because his family used to like do lobsters, and they were fishermen, period. So Yeah, read it. It's so good. It's so exciting, so sad, but like a little bit of drama. And it's a lot that I cannot, say, because if I say it, I'm giving the book away. But I hope you guys enjoy this book right here, The Siren. Is so good. Read it. Let me know what you think. And like I said, if you have any book recommendation, let me know. All right. Bye.